I would like to know, when you listen to music alone, do you create your own visual imagery, or do you use the lyrics to create the imagery, or do you just enjoy the music? For example, when you're like traveling with headphones.
That's a good question. I think it largely depends on what I'm doing. You know, if I'm at home and I'm doing something, whether it's, you know, I'm packing. Let's say I'm packing, because I've been doing that a lot lately. I'll just put on music, but it's kind of background music. It's something that kind of keeps me energetic, and I'm not thinking about the words, I'm not thinking about the lyrics, I'm just hearing the music. But if I'm sitting on a plane and I put my headphones on, and I don't watch a lot of stuff, like if there's a TV in front of me, I turn that off. If I'm going to watch anything, it's like maybe a downloaded movie that I have on my iPad or something, and that's it. Otherwise, I just have my headphones on and I'm just listening to music. So when I'm doing that, I'm not looking at the lyrics. It's more of listening to the vocals and hearing the instrumentation and listening to the sounds, and then seeing it, like letting it paint me a portrait. This morning when I was getting ready, and this, like, my music taste is all over the place, so don't think like, oh, this is what he listens to when he gets ready. No, because tomorrow morning it might be something totally different. But this morning I was listening to the new 9 Inch Nails album, 9 Inch Noise, for those who know. And it's a heavy, it's like a heavy kind of music, but it was energetic, and I was listening to it, but then I would also stop what I was doing and listen to the music and how they were doing it. And I'm listening to it more from a technical standpoint, like going like oh wow, the phrasing of the music is unique, or the phrasing of the lyrics are unique in that song. And so yeah, so it just depends on what I'm doing and where I'm at. But my music, tomorrow morning I might be listening to Casey Musgraves. Like it could go from 9 Inch Nails to that, like, or what's the girl, Olivia Dean or something, like, you know, like legit. Like I'm just a music fan, and I'll listen to all of it. There's some that I won't, but I try to listen to a lot of it, and because it touches a different part of your soul. I think all music has the opportunity to touch a different part of your soul. So try to listen to a lot of it. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello. So you once talked about how you never want to meet your idols, and you want to admire them from the distance because you don't want to ruin the picture that you have in your head about them. So I felt the same. On one hand, I did want to come here and meet you. On the other hand, I didn't. So now I'm wondering, what do you think about us going to these conventions and meeting you? Do you worry about the fans' perception of you will be changed after meeting you?
Let me ask you this. You were 50-50 on coming here.
Yeah.
Was it the right move?
No.
And this is why I say don't meet people you admire. Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible mistake. It's a massive letdown. And you're welcome.
You didn't answer.
Listen, you have an unfair advantage because I've done a few of these, and there is a reputation out there about me. I don't know what it is, but I assume it varies from interaction to interaction. But there are also videos out there about me doing this and interacting, and so I feel like if you wanted to do your homework, you could do your homework on me and kind of understand what you were getting yourself into.
I did my homework, but I wanted to come here and check what.
So you did your homework, and I still failed?
I asked the question.
Cramp! All right. That is why I said what I said. Going back to, you brought it up. Going back to saying what I said. I said because there is not a lot of, you can't go online. I mean, maybe you could, but for a lot of the people that I think you might admire, whether it's musicians or artists or actors or you know, politicians, although I'm not quite sure why you would, or whatever, there might not be as much material to look at and be like, okay, I like this person's music or art or TV show. I'm gonna go see how he acts with fans and in the real world, or when he's stopped on the street or whatever. I don't feel like there's a lot of that out there for the majority of actors. I feel like I certainly have a niche in that pocket. So if you were going to take a chance on someone, I feel like you might have picked a good one to take a chance on. What does that mean?
Apple juice. And some whiskey.
She's like, I should have never come. Like, what is this circus? Listen, they're not all like this. This one's special. It's a bit of a unicorn. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not quite sure. But we're still glad you're here. I feel like there's so many people missing on this stage. It's weird sitting up here with like all these empty chairs. But at least I'm not looking out to a bunch of empty chairs. Thank you guys. All right, where were we? Hi.
I have a question about Soulja Boy.
About Soulja Boy?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
You know him?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Well, if you heard of him, then maybe you heard of him saying a lot of pretty messed up stuff.
Yeah, he's got an interesting take on things.
So were there any moments on set, and I'm sure there were, where you and the rest of the cast just cracked up so hard that it took like a bunch of takes to actually finish the lines?
Yeah. There was one scene in the third episode, which I feel like I feel like I need to clear some things up on, because somebody sent me. Well, somebody I mentioned this earlier. Somebody sent me like a Twitter thing or X, whatever. I never go on that stuff. But they sent me a thing that was like, apparently you and Daniela are divorced. And I was like, what? And there was like I guess a picture of me that was taken in, yeah. So when I was in Vancouver last week filming Tracker, I met up with some of my Supernatural crew, because we are still friends and we're still family, and anytime I get a chance to meet up with them, I do. I didn't get a chance to meet up with all of them, but I got to see a few of them, and that was great. But I literally just come from set, and I have to take this thing off when I work, and I usually just put it in my pocket and like keep it in my jeans. Sometimes if I'm like working back to back to back to back, I'll put it in the safe in the hotel room, and I'm like, I don't want to lose it, right? And so I just got back to the hotel. They met me in my hotel lobby, and we had a nice little drink and reunion, and took a picture, and I didn't even think about it. And then of course it got posted, and people were like, oh, he's not wearing his wedding ring. So we're fine. We're about to celebrate our 16th wedding anniversary. Anyway, that got me onto the Twitter thing, and I started scrolling, and I was like, and then of course, because my name was involved, it started showing me things that involved me, and then it got onto Soldier Boy, and it was like talking about a certain, just talking about so much, and all of it was like just awful, and I was like, what are you talking about? And it was not all of it, but it was the conspiracy theories of like why he was doing this or why this was happening or whatever. And one of the comments was the fact that the scene between Firecracker and Soldier, where apparently it fell onto us and I was not moving. Yeah, clearly you weren't the only one that noticed. Because I was like, wait, what? And then I went back and looked at it and I was like... So that was one camera angle. We did that scene from probably 8 different camera angles and probably 3 to 5 takes per camera angle. And the camera angle I thought they were using for that moment was not that camera angle. I don't know, this is like goes back to like the editing, like we do what we do and then we put it to the editors and they do what they do. So you can even see like I'm holding on to the sheets because I thought that the scene was starting with just Val like rolling off, and then I was ready to like kick the sheets up on her to keep her covered. Just being a nice guy. That's it. And I guess, I don't know, they did that, and that's what it was, and it was fine. Like, whatever, I'm not, we have an amazing editor team, an amazing post-production team, but that was, I remember doing much more, much more on some different camera angles that they opted not to use. Not my fault. Anyway, in that scene, gosh, see the weave that it's like, just hang on, guys, hang on, I'll get there. Hang on, it's a long train ride. There were lines in that scene where I was laying next to Val, Soldier Boy was Linear Fireground, where I had some doozies. And not all of them made the cut either. There was some extra ones. And then I also added some ones of my own that didn't make the cut either. That scene was 15 minutes long, but it became 2.5. Not even. But the one that was tough to get through, and Val and I had a hard time getting through, was the shaved. There's some people in this crowd that were like, what? I want to talk about the barn scene.
Not that one, no.
So yeah, there was some. There's another scene coming up that takes that one and goes whoop. And Kripke did tell me, he was like, I think that's my favorite. He said, I think it's one of my, I don't think he said it was his favorite. I don't want to say that because Carl and Ant and Jack and Laz and those guys will kill me. But Kripke did say to me, he was like, it was one of my most favorite rewrites that he had to do. Because he wrote a line for me that Standards and Practices said, can't do that. On the boys. He wrote a line for me that was too far. And so he goes, all right, is it just the verbiage? Meaning the word that he chose? And they were like, yeah, he can't say that. He's like, what if I made an analogy? And he somehow made it worse.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to it.
And getting through that one was very difficult. Largely because the only way I could get through it was the fact that my grandmother was not alive. I was like, because I don't think I could say these words. I don't think I could do it. No, it is still, he's so much fun to play because he's such a departure. But also there's like this, like I know this guy because I've known many like him from like older generations. I'm like, oh yeah, like my uncle had a friend, or like there was a neighbor down the street. I'm like, okay, I think I got this guy. But it's a wild thing to play him when you have Eric Kripke writing his dialogue. So yeah, it gets worse. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing us back here. You guys keep giving the love and we'll try to give it right back. Appreciate you.